This is how you graph a line from an equation. The first thing we need to do is make sure that our equation is in slope-intercept form, and the equation is y equals 2x minus 1, so it is in slope-intercept form. This question asks us to find 5 solutions to the equation and then graph. A common technique when you need to graph a line is to make a t-chart and substitute -2 to +2 in for x and solve for y, which is what we're going to do here. So we have 2x minus 1, so that becomes 2 times -2 minus 1. That is -4 minus 1, which is -5. So when our x is -2, that means our y is -5. Let's substitute in -1, so we have 2 times -1 minus 1. 2 times -1 is -2, so we have -2 minus 1, which is -3. And then next we have 0, so 2 times 0 minus 1. 2 times 0 is 0 minus 1. 0 minus 1 is -1. And then we had +1, so we're going to say 2 times 1 minus 1. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 minus 1 equals +1. And then finally we had +2, so we have 2 times 2 minus 1. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 minus 1 equals 3. So let's go back to our t-chart. So where we had x is equal to -2, our y was -5. Where we had x is equal to -1, our y was -3. When our x was 0, our y was -1. When our x was 1, our y was also 1. When our x was 2, our y was 3. So now we have 5 points. So what we're going to do next is plot all 5 of these points on the coordinate plane, and then we're going to connect them. So let's see, we have -2 for the x, and then -5. So -2, -5. We have a point right here. And then we have a -1, -3. So we would have another point here. And then 0, -1. We would have a point here. And then 1, 1 would be here. And then we have 2, 3, which would be here. And then in Blackboard, you would just connect this first dot to the last dot. You don't have to go from the first dot to the second dot to the third dot. You just need to connect the first one to the last one. But since I'm not in Blackboard, so I'm going to draw this out by hand, so it's not going to be perfectly straight line, but I'm going to try to get it as close as possible to a straight line. So all we need to do is connect these points and put my arrow on each end, because it does keep going on. We could plug in additional numbers for x and solve for more y's. But this is the basic technique on how to graph an equation.